Let's talk about Bill Barr's remarkable Fox News interview, and then let's do a quick preview of tomorrow's court hearing in the Mike Flynn case, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So Fox News aired a remarkable interview with Bill Barr yesterday. It is a study in propaganda. You know, we're going to watch a few clips and you're going to see Bill Barr trying to convince us that, you know, day is night, up is down, black is white. You know, we're going to watch a few clips now, but hold on tight, because this is the kind of propaganda that would make Kim Jong-un blush. Let's watch the first clip.
I've never seen anything like this before. Obviously, it was coordinated. The goal was to have you up there and try and treat you like a pinata. Absolutely disrespectful. What were you thinking what that was going on, and what do you make of this? You've been Attorney General twice now.
I think they were afraid to have me speak, and so they decided to burn up all the time and not give me any time to answer. So I quickly caught on to the tactic.
Oh, woe is Bill Barr. They used him like a pinata. I mean, they had the nerve to ask Bill Barr questions about, you know, gassing peaceful protesters at Lafayette Park, or sending anonymous federal troops to Portland to deal with the protesters, or using the criminal justice system to punish Trump's enemies, like Michael Cohen, by having the Bureau of Prisons put Michael Cohen back in a jail cell because he suggested he might say something critical about the president. Or rewarding Donald Trump's criminal associates like Roger Stone and Mike Flynn. Poor, pitiful Bill Barr. They asked him all these difficult questions. Let's have a look at another clip.
I think what's happened is that the left wing has really withdrawn and pulled away from the umbrella of classical liberal values that have undergirded our society since our founding.
Oh, I see. It's the left wing that has moved away from liberal values. It's not the right wing that's moved away from conservative values, you know, like states' rights, or so-called fiscal responsibility. You remember, low deficits, balanced budgets. Or how about what used to be a conservative position of pro-immigration? No, it's not the right that has moved away from its positions. It's the left that has moved away from its liberal values. Let's watch another clip.
We've had two ways of resolving disputes. One is discussion, the dialectic, the marketplace of ideas, trying to arrive at the truth. We had an idea that there was some truth to arrive at. And then if we couldn't reach agreement, a vote.
Oh, I see. It's about telling the truth and then ultimately putting things to a vote. I see. So it's not about Bill Barr lying to the American people about the Mueller report, as D.C. Federal District Court Judge Reggie Walton found and published in his opinion, that Bill Barr spun the Mueller report, mischaracterized the Mueller report, that Bill Barr lacks candor. No, it's about telling the truth. And it's about putting things up to a vote when the Republicans and the Democrats can't agree. We just put it up to a vote. So it's not like Mitch McConnell has labeled himself the Grim Reaper of the Senate, you know, where proposed legislation goes to die. No, we just put it up for a vote. That's what we do, according to Bill Barr. Okay, if you haven't thrown up in your mouth just a little, let's try to watch another Bill Barr clip.
Nowadays, you have, I think the left has essentially withdrawn from this model and really represents a Rousseauian revolutionary party that believes in tearing down the system, that what's wrong about America today all has to do with the institutions we have, and we have to tear them down. And they're interested in complete political victory.
Oh, okay. I'm glad Bill Barr cleared up the fact that it's the left that's trying to tear down the institutions of government. Yeah, like they're trying to tear down the FBI by incessantly criticizing and tweeting about how horrible the FBI is. And they're trying to tear down the Department of Justice. They're trying to tear down the judiciary by nominating unqualified judges, I see. And they're trying to destroy the Department of Education by, putting a Secretary of Education who is anti-public education into the position. And I guess they're trying to tear down the post office by slowing down the mail. And they're trying to just completely destroy the State Department by having basically a criminal Secretary of State. And they're trying to destroy the environment by putting a coal lobbyist as the head of the EPA. I didn't understand that was the left destroying the institutions of government, but I'm glad Bill Barr cleared that up for us all. And please hang with me, folks, because there is one more clip that I have to play because it is the mother of all disinformation spewing out of Bill Barr's mouth. Let's watch this one final clip.
Some of them are true believers. Some of them are essentially revolutionary in their outlook. They believe in tearing down the system. But many of them are just cowards who are mostly interested in getting reelected and are afraid about a challenge from the left. So for them, it's careerism. I sort of like my current gig and I'll do anything to stay here, and I won't stand up for what is right. I won't stand up for the country. I won't stand up for our institution.
So, it's that the left is afraid that their own party will attack them, will criticize them, and then they won't win re-election. It's not that the right is afraid that the president will tweet about them, so they won't win re-election. It's really the left where we find all the cowards. It's not the right. So I guess they're all afraid Nancy Pelosi will send out a nasty tweet, do not re-elect this Democrat. It's not that Donald Trump does things like that to, people like Jeff Sessions who are running for office, who was the first one to support Donald Trump's candidacy from the establishment. No, it's that the left is afraid that their party will turn on them and they won't be reelected. It's not the right. What do you say about that level of propaganda and disinformation and outright lies, other than it would make Vladimir Putin proud? And isn't that always the goal of Donald Trump and company? To make Vladimir Putin proud, to do Putin's bidding? Okay, so let's do a quick preview of tomorrow's appellate court argument in the Mike Flynn case. Quick recap: Mike Flynn, former national security advisor, lied to the FBI about talking to the Russians, pled guilty in court, and then Bill Barr swooped in and has been trying to dismiss Mike Flynn's case because he doesn't want Judge Emmett Sullivan to hold a hearing, because that would run the risk of exposing all of Bill Barr's misconduct. So the case is up in the appellate court right now, and the issue is, does Judge Sullivan get to hold a hearing on this motion to dismiss Mike Flynn's case, to get to the bottom of why in the world the Department of Justice is trying to do this, or must Judge Sullivan just dismiss the case with no hearing? So the appellate court already heard an argument one time. A 3-judge panel decided, 2 of the 3 judges decided Judge Sullivan should dismiss the case. The entire appellate bench, now about a dozen judges, will be rehearing the case. They disagreed with that opinion. They basically vacated it, and it no longer has any legal effect. And now the full court, en banc, will be hearing an argument tomorrow on whether Judge Sullivan must dismiss the case or whether, as the rules provide, he should be able to have a hearing before he decides whether to dismiss Mike Flynn's case or proceed to sentencing in Mike Flynn's case. We were just at this same place with the Don McGahn subpoena litigation, where a 3-judge panel said the House of Representatives can't sue to enforce their subpoena to have Don McGahn testify in an impeachment inquiry. And the full appellate court in D.C. said, that's nonsense. They reheard the case, and they just issued an opinion in recent days. 7 of the 9 judges voted in favor of saying, of course the House of Representatives can sue to enforce their subpoenas and force people to testify at oversight hearings and at impeachment hearings. I predict the Mike Flynn litigation is going to come out the same way. The full court will probably say Judge Sullivan absolutely gets to hold a hearing into the circumstances that led Bill Barr to walk away from his responsibility to represent the interests of the American people and instead partner up with Mike Flynn and try to kill Mike Flynn's case without any of us getting to know why. The appellate argument is tomorrow in the D.C. Federal Circuit Court of Appeals. I'm going to listen to it, and I'll be tweeting about it in real time, and then we'll do a video about it tomorrow at the conclusion of the hearing and try to let you all know what went on. So stay tuned to this one. So as always, folks, please stay safe, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.